live recording right now. So what's going on? How you doing today,
All
man?
right, man. I'm chilling, man. First of all, I want to give you a shout out, man. I came across you, man. I was fucking like, every once in a while, I tell people, man, make sure you Google your name and shit, right, to see what pops up and shit. So I typed in Murdamosidy.
Yeah.
I fuck around, I came across, I seen some shit. I seen your, I was like, I was like, because I thought it was another rapper named Murdamosidy. I'm like, man, I've been had his name since like fucking 95, 96. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is this? And it said review. I went there and I checked you out and shit. I'm like, man, okay, man, hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, thanks for the love, man. I really appreciate the review. And, yeah, man, shit, I see what you're doing out here, man. So shouts out to you, man. Love to you, man. And, my first interview, man, hey, I'll give you that, man.
I appreciate that.
Man, I sent you the links to my music any other time you need me for anything, man. All you got to do is hit me and let me know, man.
Oh yeah. To keep it real with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, you already told me, but it's like for the viewers and everything. Where you from?
Man, I'm up here in Minnesota, man.
Minnesota. You wanna know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I went to UFM. So I lived.
Okay, University of Minnesota.
Yeah, I went to school up there.
Okay.
I went to school up there. I actually lived up there after I had graduated and everything too. And I actually ran across. I started doing music in 2009. So I was on a couple of my artists was on Russia to Flush It. You heard of that, right? On the radio station.
Oh yeah, came on there. Yeah, man, of course, yeah, man.
Yeah. My people's over there. They actually put out Troy and everybody like that. So I started doing music there. So when I started doing YouTube, everybody I knew in Minnesota, that some of them pretty much a tap in and tell me, hey, you should react to such and such, react to such and such, and everything like that. So when they had asked me to react to you, I was like, okay, cool. So I thought you was from California, to be honest with you. So I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Nah, man. See, when you said Russia to Flush It, I've been on Russia to Flush It. Got a song on one of my SoundCloud pages, Real Thug, and then another one I've been on KDWB when they was doing their thing. It's a song with my boy Devious and my boy Demente, produced by Kirk Johnson with the New Power Generation. He worked with Prince and everything. It's a song called If I Were to Give It to You. And then me and my brother also, man, it's on my SoundCloud page called Oh Yeah. We was on KDWB. So, man, make sure y'all go Murdamosidy. Go check out my SoundCloud, Reverb, any social media platform, man. I'm up on there, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cause I stayed in Columbia Heights when I was out there. So I was like,
yeah. I'm over out here in St. Paul, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a music studio downtown Minneapolis.
Okay, what's the name of it?
WCE Recordings.
Okay, because I'm looking, man. I've been on the fence about recording another album, and I'm thinking about it. But man, people out here, the studio prices, man, are ridiculous for some shit that I can record myself. It's just I don't have time to be recording myself.
Okay, yeah.
What I mean? Yeah, because I get to record myself. I might get laid. Because at least if I go to the studio and I record it, like, okay, man, y'all go ahead, mix it and master it, do whatever y'all got to do. If I record myself, I'm like, man, I ain't got time today. The shit gonna sit there for me. I'll get to it when I get to it and shit, man. So I'd rather I'm thinking about a new album, man. We'll see, man.
Oh, you need to push another album, man. Like I said, I was shocked, surprised. And, it's very few artists that I react to that I'm shocked and surprised about their music and everything like that. Because, all my recordings, is live. So it's like when I'm just sitting there listening to it, now I got into the whole, pausing the video and stopping it, because, I done, especially when I did reactions to more than one artist, and it's the same artist, I'm starting to do the stopping and recording and everything like that. So, in the beginning, I was just listening to it. I was like, oh, hold on, who is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So it's like.
Yeah, man, it's just like, man, shit, man. It's like, I just, fuck, man, life, man, I'm living life, man. Sometimes, I don't have time to forget the recording part. It's about the whole writing process, man. When I work a lot, because my first two albums, I wrote that shit while I was at work. You know what I'm saying? They ended up having me back in a little room or some shit by myself, so I put it on the Bluetooth speaker, went through, found a bunch of beats or whatever, and just Wrote that shit while I was at work, man. And even the homies, they'll tell you when they see this interview,
Okay.
I was having them come back, hey, man, what you think about this verse?
Yeah.
You know, say, okay, yeah. Then when everything finally came together and I dropped the album, so like, man, you was back here in that little ass room writing that shit. I'm like, yeah, I know, man. So it's just, I just had to really find, I just really have to find time and find some inspiration, man. Like a lot of these beats and stuff, it sounds the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm really having trouble finding like production. It's like when I hear, like with me, all it takes is one beat, then I'm on go and I can write a whole album off that. I'm like, okay, I got this one song right here. Now I write this one. I gotta find the next one. This is the whole production. I don't want it to sound like everything that's out here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these beats, man, all the 808s, it all just sounds the same, man. I need something that's different so I can, like, a story. I can talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can make a movie, paint a picture for you. Like, a lot of this shit just, I mean, you know, it just sounds the same, man. I'm just having a hard time vibing with it right now, man.
Okay. So how long you been doing music, man?
Man, shit, man. I've been doing it. I started out, man, shout out to the homeboy Billy, Damon, Chris. Man, I've been doing it since probably 92, man. So we started out recording on like karaoke machines and stuff like that, and then I just stuck with it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so I've been doing it a long time, man. I'm not about man, it's just with me, man, it's not about chasing no dreams or fucking trying to get famous or none of that other shit, man. With me, it's just about I love making the music, and if it pop off and it happens, man, it just happens, man. I'm not trying to push the issue. You know, I walk with God, man. So wherever He want me to be at, man, that's where I'm gonna be at, man. I'm just trying to stay alive and survive out here and just see another day, man. That's it for me, man.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, because I thought you was a signed artist.
Man, I got some crazy stories. I'm not finna. I'll tell you some other time, man. I'll run over some. I got some shit that's probably gonna blow your mind, man. So trust me, man. But I could have been signed a few times, and people want to do these articles. I'm like, man, I'm not fucking with it because, man, I always had these dreams of the same dreams over and over, man. You fuck around, you pursue this shit when I was younger, you're gonna end up getting killed. You're gonna end up dying.
Oh.
So it was like, okay, I always pushed it to a certain point, but I never crossed that threshold because, I mean, with all the politics and all the bullshit that was going to be going on with all this shit, man, it's just like I just want to record my music, be my own boss. I don't want to sign no fucking deals, none of that other shit. If my shit pop off and I get it to pop off by myself, that's great. If not, I'm still out here living and I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just about living, eat good, drink good, smoke good, live good, and I'm good with that, man. If the music pop off, then great, it pop off, man. But you know, it's gotta, I'm not looking for no deals, man.
I definitely understand that because when I started my whole music thing, you know, I tried to be a rapper, and I was like, you know what, it sounded alright. I got a few shows because I started in Minnesota, and then my first show was in Chicago. You know, Chicago next door from y'all. So, and you know, I thought I was getting somewhere, but then again, I was like, nah, this is not me. So me and my team, this dude named DJ Paul, he owned Auto Suite Studio out there in Minnesota, and he took me to Philly, and then we ended up picking up this kid named P&B. This is gonna sound interesting. P&B. So when he came, we brought him back to Minnesota. We did a couple recordings with him, and he ended up putting on P&B Rock because his brother named Rock ended up getting killed. So it's like P&B Rock was the first artist I ever invested any money in. This was like when he was nobody. You know what I'm saying? So from then, I'm gonna be real with you. Atlantic Records had pretty much bought him from us because, you know, we didn't know what to do with him at the time. I was like, man, he made good music. You know, we made some money and everything like that, but when he had finally took off into the industry, you know, no more than 3 years, everybody in the world know what happened to him. You know, that's what happened. He wasn't famous that long. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I get the scare. You know what I mean? It scared me. So I started doing YouTube. So instead of trying to be executive A&R or whatever it is, you know, I became a YouTuber. And to be honest with you, as far as the financial backing and the revenue, it's more of like you get more off this than you will actually being an artist. So I was like, you know what? And I'm not really that much a good of an artist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I dropped 4 mixtapes, and I tell you right now, all them things were trash. You know,
Hey man, that's what I say, man. I don't knock no, like that's the beautiful thing about music. It's like I'll record my shit. I don't give a fuck if you like it, you don't like it.
yeah,
That's my own free will. I can get on the mic sound like shit if I want to, but if I put it out there, it's my shit and I have the choice to do it. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. If I'm gonna record this shit and put it out there, motherfucker, it's out there. You can listen to it or don't listen to it, motherfucker. I don't care, but my shit is here. Don't matter what the fuck y'all be thinking about. That's what I want to tell any artist out there, man. Fuck what they talk about, man. It's your fucking life. Do what you want to fucking do to make you happy.
that part.
I don't give a fuck about nobody talk. Oh man, fuck murder. Okay, then it's fuck murder. But you've heard of murder. One thing I do like to do is I like to make sure I keep content out there. So if you Google my name versus your name, you can go pull me up and look me up, and I got content out there. What the fuck are you doing? I don't judge nobody. Just do you. I'm gonna do me, and I don't give a fuck about what y'all talk about, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I do not care.
Cause
it's out there. Go look. Go. I tell a motherfucker, quit, nigga. Go Google me. I'm not hard to find, man. It's like, motherfucker, you can go Google Murdamosidy, whatever, man. My shit'll pop up out there, man.
Cause I was looking through your IG pictures, and I was like, what? Minnesota. I tried to put, cause when I was out in Minnesota, I ran into a lot of artists. Like, it's a lot of artists in Minnesota, so it's like, but it's very few that catch your attention. But it's like, I was trying to think. I was like, nah, I ain't run across him. But then you said St. Paul. You out there in St. Paul. So I was like, nah, I probably didn't. Because I was mostly in Minneapolis. And, so it's like.
We got shows that are like the Red Sea and all that shit, man. 414. But the thing is, man, sometimes, man, nowadays you got to stay out the way, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be out here being too loud and being flashy and shit. I'm going to stay out the way.
Yeah.
You gotta, motherfuckers are crazy all across the whole fucking world. Keep my ass out the way. I'll put my shit out there. When it comes to doing shows and shit, man, it's like I get offered that shit all the time. It's a little iffy because, when you start doing shows and shit, man, it brings some crazy motherfuckers out. They might like you, they don't like you. You never know what'll happen and shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, fuck them shows. I mean, because to me, I really don't get nothing out of shows, man.
Yeah.
It's like you go there, you perform, then you fucking, it's not worth the risk or my time to be doing no shows. I love doing the shows and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. No motherfucker buzz fucked up. But it's like at the same time, I'm worried about who the fuck am I going to see? What's going to happen when we go outside? Motherfuckers told me a long time ago, you do your fucking shows and you get the fuck out of it. Don't be hanging out. Oh, no. I don't listen to that shit because I love to hang out and I'll be in there motherfucking starting shit and it's like, it's not for me. I just stay out the way, man. I stay out the way. I let them young niggas have that shit. Y'all go ahead and have that shit and do what y'all do, man.
So what's the next masterpiece? I was gonna ask.
Say what?
No, what's the next masterpiece you gonna be working on? You got something cooking up?
Yeah, man. I'm just really, man. I think I'm just in my own head right now. It's like, It's like, man, I'm sitting on some shit, and I got some. How can I put this? I'm sitting on some shit. I'm just thinking about it. So it's like, I'm still just looking for that inspiration that I need. Because with the Rise of a King, man, I found out I had stomach cancer. So I'm thinking, like, man, before I die, I always wanted to do an album. So Rise of a King, if motherfuckers really go listen to it, I got a song on there called Crying. I'm talking about how I had cancer and stuff. So I was like, man, let me just fucking do this album. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. Let me get my feet back. I hadn't been in the studio in years. Let me get my feet wet, get back in here, drop this album. I'll drop that. And then with the ODI, with the whole We Got Enemies thing, I was just like, I did the Rise of a King, and then I was like, shit, man, I want to do another album. That's what I was like. Then I just went through, found some beats. Shout out to the homeboy, my brother, Floor 651, Dapper Dan, Octavius Blanchett. He out there doing his thing. J38, the Gold Maverick, and Millie Gibson and Haley, and a bunch of other people I rock with. But it was just, man, I don't know, man. It was the whole cancer thing. It kind of scared me. Like, man, I don't see, if you haven't had cancer and been faced with death, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like,
it's like it's
like, man, you don't know how much time you have left. That's where I was at.
That's how I feel too.
Right now, I got my grandson and stuff. I'm just like, right now, I'm just living life. I think I'm I'm just comfortable where I'm at, and it's. I mean, man, a new album, man. It's like I'm stuck. Like, what am I going to talk about?
Oh, see.
You know, I could get on some gangster shit which people love, or I can be on some love stuff. It's just like, man, I mean, just like I just don't know what to talk about, man.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
it come
you
to
know.
you know, because I'm going to tell you this right now. You gang the fan, man. I checked out the
Oh yeah,
Spotify,
I appreciate it.
all that. You gang the fan, man. I like that. That's the reason I
Oh,
wanted to interview.
you
Yeah, I was
Oh, you getting a fan too, man. I'm a fan of yours now, man. We you know we fucking with each other right now, man. So yeah, man, I subscribe to your page, man. I see what you're doing. I see all the reviews you keep doing. I've been, you know, I peep them out, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, yeah, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. You know, shit.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, I appreciate the review.
And I also got my own podcast radio station. I'm picking that back up in 2 more months. I actually have a location that I'm planning on doing out of Wayzata. It's gonna be in Wayzata, Minnesota. You know Wayzata.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's gonna my podcast radio station's through 107.1 Sirius XM and Shade 45. So it's gonna be it's it's bigger than just that. So it's like a branch off of what my YouTube channel is, because when I first started YouTube, before I started YouTube, to be honest with you, I went to 107.1 and gave them the idea about, you know, underground up and coming hip hop. And they was like, you know what, you just gotta show us something. You gotta bring a resume. You know what I'm saying? It made sense. So I went back home and, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm about to start being a YouTuber. Let me see how this works. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't even been doing YouTube for a full year completely yet. And I got over 4,000 subscribers. And
Yeah.
about time they contact me back, I had reached 1,000 less than a week of me doing this. So
Okay.
they was like, so okay, now we see where you're going, because it's like when I first did my first run for my podcast radio station, you know that, and you can also subscribe to that too. That's one of the channels, up one of my channels.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I had played Snow the Product, this group out of,
Yeah, I like her, man. You're a dope artist.
yeah, I was the first one to put on the radio station. Um,
Oh yeah, she dope. She dope.
and I had did what was that? Easy Meal, this kid from the Philippines, and you know, and I had did Cutthroat Mode, which is this group. This it's kind of gospel, but you know they do a little bit of gospel or whatever like that. But it's like a whole group. It's 5 individuals, and I played all 3 of them on the radio station, and they was like, so where do you want to like set this up? Because all these people's from everywhere. You get what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I could pick out the 5 major cities that I know that I lived at for a certain period of time, and I've been at, and I understand the people there. And Minnesota was actually the first one. Minnesota, the state of Minnesota. I was like, the state of Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it don't matter where I set it up at. You got people that would travel to get their workout. You know what I'm saying? And I got approved for it. I got approved for Minnesota, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, Detroit, of course. That's where I'm originally from. And Sacramento, I'm pushing towards that too, because I'm trying to bust that Shade 45, giving out checks, man, for people that got their own work going. You know what I'm saying? So
You gotta get it, man.
I'm trying to push it. So it's like, not only I'm gonna be doing reactions to your music, right now while I'm looking at you right now face to face, because I like to ask for permission. I just don't like doing nothing. Would you bless
Oh, yeah.
me to play your music on the podcast radio station?
Hey man, look here, man. Anything you need, man, go ahead, man.
All
For
right.
it's not. I mean, why would I say no? Shit, if you out there, you got the. I mean, you the plug, man. Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man. Anything, if you ever need me for anything, man, vice versa, man. All you gotta do is just hit me up, man.
Oh, we're gonna do one
You know,
face to
and
face.
I'll drop.
We gotta do an interview.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you my number though. I'm
Okay.
gonna drop you my number though after we get off of here and the thing, man. Just fucking put me up in there, man. Anything you need, anytime. All you gotta do is hit me, man.
I got you. Yeah,
For real,
most
send a
definitely.
text, message, whatever. It don't even matter, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Like, man, one thing motherfuckers need to know about me, man. Before I was fucking doing, cause I got a podcast that I got a couple episodes. If you go to my SoundCloud page, it's just like I'm fighting with finding a good name for a podcast.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing about it. Like when I find, yeah, I mean, you know, every fuck man, you come up, you can say straight out the bushes podcast. You go Google that shit, because I always Google anything. You know, if I fucking come up with idea, somebody got that shit. So I want to think of something real original, and then you know, that's one thing about me. If I can find something that's real original, then it gives me the motivation to be like, okay, this is mine. I own it, man. Let's go get it, and I'll start doing it. But yeah, I got a little podcast I'm working with, man. So you know.
Okay. All right, yeah, man. I mean, let me know if you need any help with that because it's like, you know, my podcast is basically a radio station, but it's like I wanted because I wanted to give people like live streams and everything like that, you know, and it's gonna be on the Wi-Fi radio. So it's like I wanted to take advantage of the podcast situation. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers I know, they do the podcast thing, but it's like they all do the same thing if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they have no character, man. You gotta be a whole character out here.
Right.
You gotta sell yourself, man. It's just like same thing with the music, man. You gotta be a character. You gotta make people like you and shit like that, man. So when you're doing a podcast, man, you gotta have a voice, you gotta have personality, you gotta sell yourself, man. A lot of people just blase, man.
Yeah.
For real. But one thing with a podcast, man, with my shit, I want to keep it real. Like if I don't like your shit, well, you know, you're doing music reviews. Sometimes I might not like some of the shit, but I'm not gonna put anybody down for what they're doing.
Right.
You know, I always support this, man. Just keep on going, man. But sometimes, you know, if you're doing a podcast, you're talking to people, you need to keep it real, man. Tell some people that, you know, shut the fuck up, man. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You gotta just, man, I don't know, man.
That
like I said, you know, you just gotta, hey, if you play PlayStation 5 with me and all the other shit, I've been in plenty of confrontations. I'm trying to tell you, man. One thing about it, man, is I was thinking about starting, Toad, some motherfuckers I played with, starting a whole video game podcast where you fucking live, you're on PlayStation, motherfuckers in the lobby, we talking shit, we going at it. I mean, that's the gaming community, man. I mean, I don't know if you game or not.
Oh yeah, I do a little bit of gaming. A little bit.
Yeah, that might be the way to go with the podcast too. I want to start a whole podcast with the whole gaming community. Like we on that motherfucker, we talking shit, but we'll say that for some other time. I'm rambling right now, man. I'm buzzed.
It's cool.
I don't want to get off topic and shit, man.
Hey, this is my station. We straight. So yeah. But I mean, like I was saying, you know, and the reason why my channel is picking up so quick is like number one, the accomplishments I made over the years. I'm sponsored by Chris Brown clothing line, which is Black Pyramid Clothing.
Okay.
Sponsored by Jumpman too, Jordan, Nike company, and Bang Energy drink. Yeah, so it's like
I seen you did something. Yeah, I seen that little slogan on with the Bang Energy drink thing, man.
Yeah, that's a how can I say that? They give me revenue every time I post it on my videos. We're gonna say that. So
right now, you know what, man? I love energy drinks. Right now, you should have perfect moment for a little commercial break. You should have had the Bang Energy in your fucking hands and hey, man, sponsored by Bang Energy. You know what I'm saying? Right now, taking a sip, man.
Oh yeah. I used to do the wave the can in the camera. I'm gonna start doing that again, do too. And also, you know, the best thing about this right here, as far as like the YouTube and everything, the reason why my channel grows so much is because of my personality. I don't understand how big I am. You know what I'm saying? I got YouTuber friends that's famous that's been doing this ever since we was teenagers. So it's like, and they well off with theirs, and you know, they be asking me like, how you get so many interviews and everything like that? Because it's like, it's not only that I connect with the older crowd, I connect with the middle age, and I connect with the young teenagers that's coming up too. Yeah. So one kid out of Chicago named Head Honcho, which is hot right now in Chicago. You know, I was this first interview, and everybody was asking me, how did you get there? How did you talk to him like that? I was like, I talked to this kid for a half an hour. And everybody was like, how you do it? I was like, man, I don't know. I could just connect with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the radio personality thing. And I was, you know, and I was like, man, when you, it's like, it ain't about who got the most people that's watching. It's about who you can outwork. That's how the way I always do it. So that's how I go.
Yeah, plus, not like that, man. You got to start somewhere, man. I mean, people think you just going to fucking make your shit pop overnight. It don't work like that, man. It takes work and shit, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. But you might not see it right now, but give it where you gonna be 2 years from now.
Yeah.
You might be at 100,000, you know, subscribers. It's like, man, it fucking takes work, man. But you know, you doing your thing out there, man. I see you because we talking right now, and the reason I see you because I found you from you reviewing my shit, which I appreciate. I never knew who you were before that. Your shit just popped up on my shit when I Googled myself. So, you know what I'm saying? Without, hey, you got to remember, though, if you never would have did that review, we wouldn't be sitting here talking right now. I would have never heard of you probably yet, and you wouldn't have heard of me, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, by you doing your job, you brought me into doing my first interview with you, and I appreciate that, man. So with that, I'll always show you some love, man. So it's like, man, yeah, congratulations, man. I see you, man. Keep on pushing and doing whatever the fuck you doing, man. You got my support, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and I
For
appreciate
real.
that. Oh yeah, and I always tell every artist I talk to, whenever you drop anything on YouTube or
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send it to you
send
first,
my
man.
man, you already know what I was about to go to. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was gonna bring it up. I was thinking about I might record a new single or something with my homeboy Boniface. He down in California, man. He on a couple songs. I got a little. I also write music, so I got a little song that I written, man. So if we do it, I'll send it to you first, man. Let you just break that shit in real quick, man. I won't drop it anywhere else and shit, man.
All right, then I appreciate that.
Yeah,
And when I get
and
to
I'll push it on my page, man. You push it on your page. We'll just work that out, though, man.
almost definitely, there's one thing about me when I do interviews, man. I'm like, yo, this is a partnership now, man. I mean, it ain't no paperwork
Oh
or
yeah,
nothing
we
like
good.
that, but it's like I support you, you support me. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you drop something new, just let me know. You know, send me the
Well,
link.
that's all it takes, man. Hey man, if you ever need me for anything, I made a feature or anything. It don't even matter, man. If I do a pod, when I get my podcast thing, like I say, man, I'm just got so much shit going on, man. I'm just chilling, living. But when I actually get into my mode again, man, I start my podcast. I'm gonna have to interview you, man. Have you sit down with? I mean, because that's the magic with the internet. Because now you can fucking be fucking in China. You know what I'm saying? You got the equipment. We could fucking chop it up, do the podcast from wherever, man. So it doesn't take nothing but a conversation, man. So and some, communication. So we know we're gonna
Most
make it happen,
definitely.
man.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And we yeah, we definitely gonna do that because I got an album. I got an album I'm putting together. I got 19 tracks. Pretty much majority of everybody I interviewed and did video reactions to, they got verses and personal songs, well, exclusive personal songs on there and everything like that. To keep it real with you, everybody getting paid revenue. The album's getting pushed by Shade 45 and Empire. You familiar with Empire, right?
Yeah. I
Yep.
heard of it.
They gonna be the one to distribute the album because I'm how they tried to call me Suge Knight one time. I was like, no, I'm not Suge Knight. It's like I'm because when I go into the office, I got my own independent distribution deal through them. They didn't contact me. I hit them up and was like, hey, this is my work. What's going on? And they wanted, so it was like independent. So I don't have to go to San Diego to record or do anything they got going on. I can stay at home and record and do my own music. Whenever I feel like pushing something out or something like that. But I decided to do this album because it's like I notice a lot of people don't have like that. What can I say? They don't really have like them connects in those buildings and everything like that. And I always figured,
Yeah.
and everybody that I know, always went to Empire, for distribution. And it's like it's a good company for distribution. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make these people listen to them. That's the way I
Yeah, you
work.
got to, man.
And so
You got the platform, man.
yeah. So I got the album. The album is almost done. So it's like, I'm still missing two songs the way I feel about it. So
Well, if you drop another one after that one, I'll catch you on the next one, man.
all right. Oh, well, actually, I was talking about the next two songs. Probably if I don't
Oh, okay, well,
know. you know.
if you got a beat or something, man, hey, I'm gonna drop you my email. All you gotta do is send me something, man. I'll get it done. It'll be done within. It don't take that long to get it done, man.
All right, we definitely
But no,
gonna.
I mean, I want something different. I want something different, though. I don't send me the same old blase
Oh
shit. Send me
no,
something that I can spit on, man.
yeah.
I want something different where I can eat, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Send me something that's unique, something crazy. That's what I like to do. I want to be different than everything. That's one thing about it, man. People don't understand. Like, a lot of shit out here sounds the same. I'm not knocking it, but it's like, where's the originality at? Where's your personality at? Like, who are you? It's easy to copy somebody and sound like what's going on out here, man.
Yeah.
I want to stand alone being Murdamosidy. I don't want to be Murdamosidy sounds like, oh, he's Murdamosidy, but it sounds like such and such. It's like, nah, man. You hear me? That's me.
Yeah.
For real, unique, original. Of course, I've been influenced by people, and I get bits and pieces from here and there and stuff like that, and put it in my music. But it's like I always try to maintain that character of being me and putting that in my music. I don't want to be like everybody else out here, man. How anybody gonna hear you if you sound the same?
Right.
As everybody else. That's why a lot of motherfuckers don't get discovered. It's like, dude, if I want to hear somebody rap like Lil Baby, I'll go listen to Lil Baby or Future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They already got, or Jeezy and all that other stuff, man. It's like, dude, they're already out here, man. It's like, why would you want to keep sounding and have to say, you got to switch the sound up, man.
Yeah.
You could, do what you do. You could use, like, how can I put this? You can, how can I word this? It's like, okay, I know there's a certain type of sound that's going on right now, right? But when you're an artist, man, you make your own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the game, the game is always going to be the same. It's the players that's going to change, but you got to change the game. Doing the way you do that in the music industry, you have to be different. Yep. Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift because she sounds like Taylor Swift. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg because he sounds like Snoop the Baby, but it's like I'm not trying to be a copycat, cut and paste type of artist, man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when it comes to the beats. It's like these beats out here, man, they all sounding the same, man. Somebody please do something different.
Yeah, and
do that's something crazy.
Yeah.
Step outside the box, man. Do something different. Don't be afraid to create some strange ass crazy shit, dude. Fucking break the trend and the chains of this. I'm sick of hearing motherfuckers talking about we got ops and okay, that's nice. But everybody out here living though, not everybody got ops and shit. What about the older man? Yeah, no motherfucker. Not everybody out here selling drugs and worry about all that shit, man. What about motherfuckers that's out here working? Niggas is sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta mix that shit up and talk about some other shit, man. It's like that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking what nobody do, but you guys gotta, in order to stand out, man, you gotta stand out. You gotta, get out the lunch line, man. Instead of everybody going left, take a right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck with everybody. Yeah, it sounds good, but you got fucking 100,000 artists sounding the same, doing the same shit.
Yeah.
How you expect to break through with that shit, man?
And I said that before in one of my reactions too, man. I paused the video, and one artist, what was his name? I think it's ATM Lou or something like that. He said something. He was like, everybody out here got the same common life through these rhymes. And I paused the video. I was like, you know what? Yo, he right. I'm like, everybody,
yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I broke it down to the point because it's like, when I was coming up in the music game, I had conversations with Russell Simmons. I had conversations with Master P, and and a lot of people that I was like, cause when I get into when I used to go to New York and I get into them hallways, 97.1 Hot 97 and everything like that, I be yapping away about about things that's going on, what might happen in the future and everything like that. And I don't know who would jump into the conversation. Next thing you know, I look up and I'm talking to somebody that I haven't seen on TV for years, and not even starstruck because he talking like a same regular person like I am. So when I paused the video, I was like, you know what? He right. Everybody talking about their team winning. Everybody want to talk about everybody
trying to take it to the top of the club.
Before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain. Every time I look at different nurse, I think of my name. My shit is BC, ain't nobody else like this. Come on, stop trying to check, you can't like this. I'm so overflow, I make an overflood, and that's why when I spit, I make a overflood. The verse is so real.